Who's he arguing with?
Nobody. There's no one with him. I've got a lot of typing to get done, and I just can't deal with it anymore. Can you handle him?
Jenny, how are you? Working or still honest?
Fine.
Hello, Uncle Willie.
Bernard! Well, look who's here.
How are you? Good to see you.
What are you doing here, Bernard?
Oh, just stopped by to see Pop. Get off my feet so my train leaves. I'm going to Washington in a few minutes.
Is he in?
Yes, he's in his office with the accountant. Sit down.
What are you going to do in Washington?
Oh, just a case I've got there, Willie.
That's so you going to play tennis there?
Actually, I'm staying with a friend who has a court.
Don't say. His own tennis court. Must be fine people like that.
They are. Very nice. Dad tells me Gibson's now.
Oh, yes, Biff's now working on a very big deal.
What's Biff doing?
Well, he was doing big things in the West, but he decided to establish himself here. Did I hear your wife had a boy?
That's right. Our second.
2 boys. What do you know?
What kind of deal has Biff got?
Well, Bill Oliver, big sporting goods man, called him in from the West. Long distance, carte blanche, special deliveries. His own tennis court, huh?
You still with the old firm, Willie?
I'm overjoyed to see how you make it great, but no, overjoyed. It's an encouraging thing to see a young man really looks very good for Biff. Very banal.
What is it, Willie?
What's the secret?
What secret?
How did you, why didn't he ever catch on?
I wouldn't know that, Willie.
You were his friend, his boyhood friend. There's something I never understood about it. His life ended after that Evansfield game. From the age of 17, nothing good ever happened to him.
He never trained himself for anything.
But he did. He took so many correspondence courses after high school. Radio mechanics, television, and God knows what. And he never made the slightest mark.
Willie, do you want to talk candidly?
I regard you as a very brilliant man, Bernard. I value your advice.
Oh, the hell with my advice, Willie. I couldn't advise you. There's just one thing I always wanted to ask you. When he was supposed to graduate, and the math teacher flunked him.
That man ruined his life.
Willie, all he had to do was go to summer school and make up the subject.
That's right. That's right.
Did you tell him not to go to summer school?
Me? I ordered him to go.
Then why wouldn't he go?
Why? Why? That question has been trailing me like a ghost for the past 15 years. He flunked the subject, then lay down and died like a hammer.
Take it easy.
Talk to me, Bernard. I got nobody to talk to. Was it my fault? You see, it keeps going around in my head. Was there something I did to her? I got nothing to give her, Bernard. I got nothing.
And don't take it so hard.
Why did he lay down? What's the story there? You were his friend.
Willie, I remember. It was June, and our grades came out, and Biff flunked math.
That man.
Willie, he was ready to enroll in summer school.
He was?
He wasn't being lied at all. But then, Willie, he disappeared from the block for almost a month. And I got the feeling that, did he go up to New England to see you? Willie.
Yeah, he came to Boston. What about him?
Well, it's just that when he came back, I'll never forget this. It always mystifies me. Because I thought so well of it, even though he'd always taken advantage of me. I loved him, Willie, you know. And he came back after that month and took his old sneakers. Remember those sneakers with the University of Virginia printed on them? He was so proud of those. Wore them every day. And he took them down in the cellar and burned them up in the furnace. We had a fist fight that night. Lasted at least half an hour. Just the two of us. Punching each other down in the cellar. Crying right through it. I often thought of how strange it was that I knew right then he'd given up his life. What happened in Boston, Willie? I just bring it up because you asked me.
Nothing. What do you mean, what happened? What's that got to do with the
don't get sore.
Are you trying to blame this on me? If a boy lays down, is that my fault?
Now, Willie, don't.
Don't talk to me that way. Well, what does that mean? What happened?
You're gonna miss that train.
I know. I'm going. Thanks, Mom. Goodbye, Willie. And don't worry about it. You know, if at first you don't succeed, I believe you. But sometimes, Willie, it's better for a man just to walk away.
Walk away.
That's right.
But if you can't walk away,
And I guess that's when it gets tough. Goodbye, Willie.
goodbye, boy.
How do you like this kid? Gonna argue a case in front of the Supreme Court?
Ha! No, kid. The Supreme Court.
I gotta run. Bye, Dad.
Not do that, Bernard.
Supreme Court. And he didn't even mention it.
You don't have to. He's gonna do it.
And you never told him what to do, did you? You never took any interest in it.
My only salvation is that I never took interest in him. Here's some money. $50. I got an account inside.
Look, Charlie. I got my insurance to pay. If you can manage it, I need $110. I draw it from my bank, but Linda will
Willie,
find out.
sit down.
I'm keeping account of everything.
Willie.
I want you to know I'll pay every
Willie,
bill.
now listen to me.
I want you to know I appreciate.
Willie! What are you doing? What the hell is going on in your head?
Why? I'm simply.
I offered you a job. You can make $50 a week. I won't send you on the road.
I got a job.
Without pay? What kind of job is a job without pay? Now look, kid, enough is enough. I'm no beast, but I know when I'm being insulted.
Insulted?
Why don't you want to work for me?
I got a job.
And what the hell are you walking in here every week for?
Well, if you don't want me to walk
I
in,
am offering you a job.
I don't want your damn job!
How much do you need?
I'm strapped, Charlie. I'm strapped. I was fired.
How fired you?
That's not those. And imagine, I named him. I named him Howard.
When are you going to realize that, Willie? You named him Howard, but you can't sell that. The only thing a man's got in this world is what he can sell. And the funny thing is, you're a salesman. You don't even know that.
I always tried to think otherwise. I always felt that if a man was well-liked and impressive.
Why must everybody like you? Who liked J.P. Morgan? Was he impressive? In a Turkish bath, he looked like a butcher. But with his pockets out, he was very well-liked. Now, Willie, I know you don't like me. And nobody can say I'm in love with you. But I'm offering you a job because, just for the hell of it, put it that way. Now, what do you